I love the red rocks. Girl's dragging her. Come here. It's going to be full of sand. This is normal. Oh, not sure what I'm feeling. Feels good to be back in the red rocks. And everything is different. Everything is different. I hit some major completion energy after the redwoods, and ended up back in home, for lack of a better term. Home with family. I know I don't really have my home is everywhere. We'll say that. But back with family. And I spent time with my mom and Rich and Holly. And then I went over to Seth's and spent time with him in his apartment that is his own. This first time that he's had his own apartment, 2-bedroom. I'm just so proud of him. And then I went back and spent time back with my mom and Holly and Rich, and then went back and spent time with Seth for like the last week before I left. I spent a lot of time putting my artwork together. I'll share some of that. And then as I left, I knew I was coming back down to Valley of Fire. It's so interesting. I came back up in this same area that I was in last time, and the man on the wall, I haven't seen him yet. It's so interesting. I know he's there. I heard in my head just a different angle, but just with the different perspectives. And I took pictures from different angles of that same wall, just kind of seeing what is there for me now. And sometimes it takes going back and looking at those pictures to see, As I was driving out of the redwoods and driving back towards Bend, I stayed there for a night before I ended up going, or for a couple nights actually, and got some stuff out of my storage unit, and then ended up surprising my family back in Utah for the holidays, for Christmas. And but as I was driving that road, I was driving back the same road that I drove in to the redwoods, to Crescent City and that area. I drove that same road going to the beach, to Brookings, which is where I headed at the very beginning in May of 2024 when I started this journey, where Ava got really sick. And I just really realized how out of sorts I was. And Ava was really picking up that energy and helping me. The girl was helping me, and it was freaking taking everything out of her system, which I learned a lot from that experience. But as I was leaving and going to, that time I did not stop at Bend, but I was close. I stopped in Lapine. So as I was leaving and I went back to Bend, and then knowing, then from there I drove that path down Highway 20, back through, catching on to I-84, through Boise, and dropping down into Salt Lake City. And that's where I started, and it made a whole loop, and I just felt so much completion energy from it. Where I'm at, or where I was at, and was in a place where I have, with Ava getting sick, that just before I left, the hospital stays, and then with my car breaking down in November when I was trying to leave, and then ended up being stopped for a time. And so much, like, I can speak so deeply to this, that I know no matter what, it was everything to take what funds I have left and really put me in a place of receiving, of needing to have help, to have assistance. And my family, I was able to allow them to take care of me and be in the deepest of receiving. because I'm a big giver. Not a big giver, but I am I know I can take care of myself, so I don't ask for help. And I needed help. And so this last month and 5 weeks or whatever it was, bit of time, I really was able to just drop in and be with that energy of receiving and allowing, and was able to sell some of my artwork and make some money a little bit, and just enough to be able to feel like I can move on. And I just know that more that's it's coming. I'm just moving into the energy of reciprocity. It's been a big space for me. In that time frame as well, I had the opportunity. I asked. It was crazy because when I don't know, it came up of 3-4 months ago. No, about the it actually probably was when we did our retreat, my feng shui retreat with my via center, my group, and we did our practitioner retreat, and I think it was at that time, and I felt really guided to offer in my other group that I'm a part of to teach a class on it. So like 3 months ago. And so I was able to teach that class, and it was really enlightening. There's so much, this energy coming in is wild, and freeing, and it'll be challenging. I mean, this last year was highly challenging, right, with the snake. And then we have this free and wild horse coming in that's on fire. That's literally on fire. It's the young fire horse. I'll do some posts on Instagram about that. A bit, actually. And if you want, I can do a video speaking to that more. But it's just going to be really, it's going to ask a lot of us to drop in to our heart centers, what feels right, what feels aligned, what is truth. There's so much light, it can't, that we can't hide. We can't hide from ourselves. We can't hide from, and the world can't hide. And it's going to create in people who aren't on a healing journey, it's going to really aggravate a lot of stuff, that's wanting to be seen. If you're on a healing journey, if you've been doing the work, then those of us us light workers, us that have been on this healing path, that really went through it last year, trying to let go of that last bit, the last shed of the snake skin, that we're really going to have the opportunity to keep our own fires lit and create a safe space for others to gather around. They'll be looking, and it's being discerning on what is safe for you to, be around and what's not. And you get to stand in your power with that. I have a scratching behind me. Anyway, it's been quite a journey for the last month or so. I'm at this space now that I'm not entirely sure where I'm headed. I felt very guided to just be gifting my pictures. Come here, my artwork. And sell. It's for sale as well. I actually for sale on my Etsy page if anybody's interested in checking it out. It's this high vibrational art. I've been drawing light codes and light language, and then merging it with my pictures I've been taking on my travels. A lot of this artwork has traveled with me as I've created it in my car, at nights when I'm, or wherever, if I stop for a bit of time. And so there's a lot of energy to it, and it's of a very high vibration. But definitely channeled, definitely guided in all of this. I know that I am truly just a vessel for what is wanting to come through, and I'm grateful to be in a position to do that. And it's fun. I find joy in it, and that is what we need more than anything, is all of us to find our joy. So Anyway, I put together a bunch of packets last night, and I'm like, well, it's just gifting them, and we'll see how that works. I don't know. It's really strange. I've done a lot of leaving little gifts along my path for people, and all of it has been highly anonymous. And this time it's not. It's got my information on it to guide people back to my Etsy page. So the universe is saying it's time to be seen, girl. It's time to be seen, and that scares the shit out of me. Anyway, so I hope you all are doing really great out there. I hope that you are finding your joy in those moments of just too much, because there's a lot of it. Drink water. I've been telling everybody, just before you react or do anything, just stop for a minute, take some deep breaths, let it settle in your system what just happened, what's triggering, and drink. Just take a big drink of water. A big drink of water. Get more water in your system. Speak kind words into your water. It is consciousness, and allow for that. And yeah, cool the fire. We just don't want to put it out. We need these fires. It's transformational, but we do need to find ways to help ourselves feel in control of it. I mean, we can't control anything. We need to be in the flow. So I don't mean, but we need to have a sense of stability under our feet, right? We need a sense of stability. So taking a deep breath, a big drink of water, and then speaking from an aligned space. What is true for me in this? What is true for me? Or is it really just something I need to take a look inside at? Yeah. Those are big questions. All right. I love you all. If you feel, I put a donation link out. If anybody feels guided to, I don't know, buy me a cup of coffee. Buy me a cup of coffee and maybe a gallon of gas. I love you. Love you all so much. And thanks for being on this journey with me. Oh, there's the girl. She's shaking.